Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dabbler's Den. This is Chris Cottrell, and there is a lot of big things coming up right now for the Dabbler's Den. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to fill you guys in on what to expect over the next few months. The first thing, here in just a few weeks, I'm going to be heading up to Elgin, South Carolina, to participate in the annual White Pond Archaeological Dig. That's head up by Dr. Chris Moore. So I'll be meeting him. I'll be helping out. I believe one of the days I'll be there, there's going to be a troop of Boy Scouts there helping out. So this is going to be a lot of fun for me, but it's also a great way for me to meet some of these guys that I've been talking about. I believe Al Goodyear will probably be there at some point. Dr. Mark Brooks will be there. So these are some of the guys that have been really putting the time and the effort into the archaeology of Southeast United States and really writing the books about this stuff. So it's gonna be great to meet these guys and to help out and to participate in this dig. One of the things I really like about the White Pond site is that it is not a Carolina Bay. It's actually a body of water that has been there for a really, really, really long time. So, there's an extensive geologic record there in the sediments of White Pond that can really help out this whole process of what we've been talking about here at the Dabbler's Den. So it's going to be a great experience. It's kind of neutral ground here and a great way to meet these guys. And I really can't wait. I'm really excited for that. Now, while I'm up there, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with the guys from the Seven Ages podcast, the Audio Journal. I've talked about them quite a bit in my podcast. I've been on their show. I called in and talked with them for a little bit, and I'm actually going to be sharing a house with these guys. And so this is going to be a great way. I think we're all kind of excited to be able to talk nerdy to each other and understand what we're talking about. So I'm really excited to be heading up there, spending some time with James Waldo, who I've met, Jason Petrell. I haven't met personally, but we've been in communication quite a bit. It'll be great to meet Micah Hanks. So these three guys have been putting out a lot of great content over the past year, and it'll be great to meet them and just to really spend some time talking about the things that we've been discussing, both on their show and on my channel. So it'll be a great molding of minds for the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. And then while I'm up there, I'm also going to be collecting sediment samples. I have this already mapped out, and I'm going to be going to a few of these parabolic dune areas that I mentioned in some of my previous videos, which, I've said before, I think these are more like splash chevrons. And instead of being sand that has been deposited over thousands of years through wind processes, I really think that this sand was dropped off during a single event, which would lead to this impact hypothesis that we've been discussing. So I'm going to be going around collecting some sediment samples from a couple different splash chevrons or parabolic dunes, and then taking them back taking them back and analyzing them by putting them through sand sieves and separating out. Really what we're looking for is grain size is over 2 to 4 centimeters. That puts them into the pebble category, and which is already in a poster put out by Chris Moore, that there are pebbles in the sediment. And I want to kind of get an idea of how many pebbles are we talking about? How big are these pebbles? How heavy are they? And is it really feasible to think that they were wind blown from, in some cases, 3 or 4 miles away, which can happen, but it's very improbable. And so we want to take a look at that. We also want to look at the very fine sediments and look to see, do we have a lot of microscopic aquatic organisms in this sand? At least the remains. And just, because if this was a pond or a river, we should see some of that in the sand. So, and then after we get through that, I'm actually going to be talking a lot about this with Antonio Zamora, and I believe we're going to try to put this all down in a paper to get published. And really, like I've said this before, one of the things I like about Antonio the most is that he goes by the book. He's going to get these, get them published and peer reviewed, and he's trying his best, and I really respect that about him, and I really want to help him out. I want to be part of it, and so I think we're gonna, like I said, I'll go out and do the field work, and then he and I will and hopefully a few others too will sit down and write a paper and get it published, and that'll be huge. That this will be a big deal. So these are a few things that I've got coming up. Some irons in the fire that I'm really excited about. And I do plan on filming most of this. On my channel, you've probably seen some videos where my daughter and I go out in the field and we do, just hiking and having a good time. But I want to record a lot of what I'm doing over the next month so that I could put these together into, Dabbler Den style videos and really take you guys along for the journey, to see how the scientific process should work, what's involved in being in the field. It's not, especially when it comes to archaeology, it's not, Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a lot of thorn bushes and dirt and mud and things that you have to deal with. And so anyways, I want to take you guys along and show you the process and put it together right here on the Dabbler's Den. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I hope that you guys are too. And, share in the comments what, if you have any suggestions for me while I'm out in the field, anything like that. I enjoy there being a communication between me and you and these guys that I'm going to be talking with. And so let's keep these things rolling. And thanks, guys. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.